Are you looking for some really useful items in game, but you don't want to spend a fortune? Well, you're in the right place, because in this video we are going to talk about some cheap items that everybody should be taking advantage of and should buy right now. These are items that are just useful, give good benefits, or are just too good to pass up on. With that being said, let's go. Okay, so to get started, let's go to the Grand Exchange where we can buy up some of the items that we can talk about today. The first one is going to be a food item that can replace your expensive food in some places that you just don't really need it. Now, I mentioned this in the past, but we are going to be talking about the green blubber jellyfish. Now, the reason this is so good is because it heals 500 per bite, and there's 3 bites, so 1500 health, and it is very, very cheap. Now, this price here is not right at the moment. They used to be this cheap, but they've gone up quite a bit. However, they are still insanely cheap for what they are. So we're going to put the price up, and we're going to buy this. It'll probably be like 1.5k, yeah, 1,590, which is still like pretty damn cheap in comparison to its other counterpart, the blue blubber jellyfish, which most people will use as just like a general standard item, right? So if you are using these and you notice that you don't need to buy, like to use these at the boss fight, or use all of them, you've got plenty of food left, then downgrade to the green blubbers and save yourself some money. Because as you can see, if we buy one of these instead, you're gonna see this one bought for 4,862. So with that huge saving, you can't really argue it. Like, this one heals 750 per bite, this one heals 500 per bite. If you don't need the big healing from this, these are just as good, and they are insanely cheap in comparison. So definitely take advantage of these guys. Change your presets for bosses that you don't need them. For example, if you're killing Raksha without using all of your food or almost any food, then take these instead of taking these. It's just a no-brainer. The next one is going to take us into the wilderness, so bear with me while I get there. In fact, to begin with, let me show you exactly how to get there, just in case you want to go. Because you don't want to teleport just the wilderness, you want to go to Edgeville, because we're going to be talking about the Zamorak staff. Now, the Zamorak staff is incredibly useful because what it is going to do is going to allow you to reduce the target's magic level. Please pull the lever. Thank you. Reduce the target's magic level and the damage that it deals when you are using this. So this can be super useful in a lot of situations for anywhere that is attacking you with magic as its base style, but also just in anywhere that you're taking too much damage and accuracy doesn't matter. Everybody knows that the Gothic staff is a really good weapon spec to put in the Essence of Finality. However, the Zamorak staff is lesser known about, but I have mentioned it in the past. However, it is super cheap. So we're nearly there now. You come in here to the Mage Bank and you get through here and you pull this lever. Once you get through the web, please, finally, thank you very much. So the Zamorak staff can be a good replacement for places like Karapak in hard mode, because it will reduce the damage he deals to you and also reduce the accuracy as well. So when you get here, you're going to want to go into the sparkling pool and then come to the guy in here and trade him and see how cheap these are. The Zamorak staff is 80k. The Gothic staff and Saruman staff are also 80k as well. The Gothic staff is useful, everybody knows this. Saruman staff is absolutely trash, don't worry about it. But the Zamorak staff is definitely something that is worth grabbing and absolutely stocking up on. So I'm going to grab all 10 of these if I ever want to switch them out with my Gothic staff. So these are very similar. The Gothic staff is going to reduce the target's defense level, meaning your accuracy is going to be better. However, the Zamorak staff is going to reduce the amount of damage that the target does to you, but also if it's a magic target, it is going to make him miss on you more often as well, making it really useful to use in boss fights where your accuracy is good, but the enemy is hitting you pretty hard. Okay, for the next one, we're going to head back to the Grand Exchange, but for a change of scenery, let's go to the Max Guild. Now, this one is going to be talking about something that I do already have, but we're going to show you guys the difference. Now, if I go in here and grab these rune pouches, these are called the grasping rune pouches. Now, most people at a high level are going to know about this, but some people returning to the game maybe don't, so it's worth mentioning. Absolutely. Grasping rune pouches are an upgrade from the regular rune pouch that you may have seen in the past. For example, just the large rune pouch here. Now, these have a 3 rune slot in them, but the grasping ones have 4. But they also give a 25% chance to not use runes when using combat spells. However, the rune pouch, the grasping rune pouch, does need to be equipped for this to happen. So make sure that whichever one you're using combat spells from, which is my yellow one, whereas Insight, Fear and stuff will come from here, has to be equipped. If it's not equipped, this will not work. It has to be equipped. That being said, these are actually so little difference in price than the regular ones. If I just go to rune pouch here again, You're going to see the Grand Exchange prices, so there's not going to be completely accurate, but they will show the story of them being very close. The large rune pouch is 17.9 mil, and the grasping large rune pouch is 20 mil. There's only a few mil difference between those, and if you look at the yellow one, the yellow grasping one here, and then the yellow sealed one, it's actually cheaper. Now, I don't know whether you make these and it is actually more. It probably is, but the price difference between these isn't that big. So if you haven't upgraded these already, definitely do so, as you're going to be saving a lot of money in the long run, and it's just more convenient. Look, you can have 4 runes in there instead of 3. This is crazy. Now we just need Jagex to make quivers hold more than 2 times of ammunition, right? The next one people forget about quite a lot, and you definitely shouldn't, because they are so freaking good, and that is going to be just the good old skill capes. Now, if you're in the max guild and you have access to all of these, you can come to this person here who often does emotes from different ones, and you can trade is it Ellen? You can trade Ellen. Now, when you do this, you press view regular capes, and you can go ahead, or if you inverted, whichever one you want, it doesn't matter. But you can buy the skill capes from here, and you can grab yourself the perk from these. Now, skill capes have really good perks, and they cost 99k each, unless you want the 120 version because you want to look really cool. However, that being said, you can look at all the different perks, and you can take advantage of these. A couple of the ones that are definitely worth having all of the time is Dungeoneering Cape, which I've already got one in the bank, so I'm not going to buy another one, but also the Slayer Cape as well. These offer really good teleports to many different places. In fact, screw it, we'll just buy Dungeoneering Cape to show you guys. If I right click this now and press activate, I have page after page of teleport options here that I can use. So we can take advantage of all of these and use them a lot. You want to do Frost Dragons, you go to page 2 and you click on the Ice Dungeon, Frost Dungeon, Dragon Dungeon thing, whatever the hell it is, and you're here, done. 99k this cost me, there is no charges on it, and I am already here. Having a Dungeoneering Cape is super freaking useful in so many situations. You can teleport to all of these doors around the map, and it costs almost nothing. The same with Slayer Capes, going to take you to all the Slayer Masters, and many other skill capes have many other perks that are worth using a lot, so make sure you remember them. Don't forget these. 99k each. The Dungeoneering one and the Slayer one at least is worth having in your bank just at all times. Next up is a perk. Now, I know you can't go to the Grand Exchange and buy this straight away, but everybody wants to have this unlocked in some way or form. Now, this is for the people who don't have Greater Sunshine or Greater Death Swiftness, because we are talking about Planted Feet. Planted Feet is by far the best perk, at least I believe it is, and you want to have this. If you aren't going to combine it with other combination of perks, it only costs you 12 million GP to roll for it, and it is 100% chance to get this. You want to have this perk no matter what. It is too good not to have. If you want to roll it with Aftershock 1, this way when you switch to a different weapon and you have Aftershock stacks on your main weapon, you're not going to lose those stacks. This will cost you 36 million GP, which is quite a bit more, but again, it's still a 100% chance to get this, so you're not going to misroll this and you're not going to fail it. This is a really worth price to get this, and I would absolutely recommend it. If you don't have this, I see too many people PVMing without it. You need it. It is too good to pass up on. For range and magic, you want to have Planted Feet. If you don't have Greater Death Swiftness or Greater Sunshine, which are around the 300 mil mark, you absolutely want to have this. Make sure you get it. Don't put it off. You want it. Okay, so finally, let's head back to the good old regular G, and we'll talk about Serenic Armor. Now, this is specifically for rangers, of course, so not everyone, but if you're going to do range, which most people at some point will, everyone should use Serenic Armor. It is too cheap not to. Let me show you. Serenic Armor right now, people, if you didn't know this, be prepared, okay? Serenic Armor, 4.7 mil. It will buy for this. Serenic Chaps, 3.1 mil. It will buy for this. Serenic Mask, 1.6 mil. It will buy for this. Guys, Serenic Armor is the most dirt cheap tier 90 armor in the game. It is unreal how cheap this is, because Serenic scales are dropped everywhere and they're so freaking cheap, and that's what makes these. Now, the reason you want to get this, and the reason I'm including this video, is I see loads of people with like Pernix armor, and I see people using Armadillo for so long and they've got access to this, but they don't want to upgrade to the tier 90 because it degrades. This is so dirt cheap that it doesn't even matter. Tier 90 armor is worth it anyway, but at this price, you can't say no. It's too good. Guys, buy this armor set. If you have the requirements to wear this and you're not wearing it, just get rid of whatever you've got right now and put your perks on this instead. It is so cheap. The upkeep is ridiculous. You will get so much out of this armor set. It is too cheap. Comparing this to something like Tectonic for Magic is just disgusting. Like, the robe top is 40 mil, the robe bottom is 27 mil, the mask is 13 mil. Like, it's a big difference in comparison to like the freaking 10 mil it costs, like 11 mil to get full Serenic, dude. Like, get it. If you don't have it, please get it. Okay, and there we go. I'm gonna chill out a little bit now, but that was yeah. Anyway, those items are all worth getting. The investment in money really isn't that much, and if you don't have them, get them. They're too good to miss up on. And miss up on, is that even a word? I don't freaking know. Either way, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope it was useful. If you can think of any other items like this that I haven't covered in the past, if you can think of any, just comment them down below. I'll include it in the next video, and we'll put your screenshot up there as well, and I'll do a part 3. I think this is... no, part 4. This is part 3. Anyway, like I said, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and sub to the channel if you are new. Channel members and patrons, you guys, you're the absolute best. You support the channel more than you probably know. You keeping me full time right now. And of course, you are getting benefits, but like, still, thank you so much. If anyone is interested, channel members get early access to videos, and they get all the emotes and stuff, and a badge on their name on YouTube. And patrons get unique patron-only content over there as well. So if anyone is interested in joining and supporting the channel, thank you very much. You guys' names will have been on screen during the outro. Anyway, other than that, I'll catch you all in the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.